Jack Later, come from my home here again in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I just wanted to share something with you that I feel is really important. You know, sometimes the line between success and failure is so fine that often only a single extra effort is required to pull you out of apparent failure to success. It's so true often in life. I've got to tell you something that happened in my life, and maybe you can think of your own life when this may have been true, where the plus of extra effort has made a big difference for you. Something happened to me years ago when I was in school, and you know, I got through school with a pretty hard curriculum, not because I was intelligent really, but because I was really persistent, okay? And I was willing to do extra things in order to get the grades that I needed, and to make a little bit of extra effort. One time when I was in a class, I was in a real difficult calculus class, and I was bordering between a B and an A. I really wanted an A. I had worked really hard for an A, and but yet when we got into the finals, I got my final exam back, and I was one point short of an A. 1 point short of an A, and I wanted to get an honest A out of there. And so I wasn't willing to give up on just a B. You know, the school that I went to, we didn't have pluses and minuses. You either had a B or you had an A. And there was a big GPA difference between a B and an A. And so what I did is I went through my final exam, this huge final exam, question by question. And I analyzed every single question as carefully as I could. And it was amazing, but I came up with one extra point that was accidentally incorrectly, it wasn't corrected correctly, just 1 point. I went and talked to the teacher, and I says, I think that this particular question was graded incorrect. And she looked at it and she says, yes, you're right. And she gave me the point. It was a fair point, but you know, can you imagine if I didn't go through that exam? But I went through the extra effort and probably another 15 minutes analyzing that test, came up with the 1 point, talked to the teacher, and she gave me the extra point, and it gave me an A in the class. So it's just an example. I mean, you probably think back in your own life when all it took was just a little bit of extra effort to get you the success that you needed. Just a point in history that you may be aware of. Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during the time of the Second World War, and he was the one that allowed Europe to be, or England to be, victorious. And Winston Churchill's last words before Parliament was only 7 words long. Probably his greatest speech. And you probably remember images of Winston Churchill with this big cane and kind of a bulldog type of personality. He held his cane between his hands, and he said, in his 7 words long, he said, never give up. And then he paused, waited a second, then he said, never, never give up. Make it a great day. Bye.